you worry or stress about completing a project? Let's unlock the key to keeping you on task and making your project a success.
God, we have way too much stuff.
Over the last 10 years, we've developed strategies that work for us, that help make our construction company, mechanic shop, online sales, art businesses, all successful. With the purchase of the new house, everyone has voiced their concern about us being able to work together and not kill each other. Well, we'd like to assure them that we've got this, and we'd like to share with you tips that we use that will make sure you complete your project. No matter what it is, from planting dahlias to building an engine, maybe even something as simple as cleaning out your garage. But not this space. As a starting point, have you ever stopped to ask why you are so frustrated or why you are happy? It all comes down to expectations. When life doesn't go as planned, we get frustrated. But when things go as expected, we find happiness. Let's dive into how expectations shape our experiences and make the actual process of doing a project either good or bad.
In buying this house, our goal was to have a working shop that we could keep our tools, where we could create and modify our toys, and we wanted a functioning space where we could move our cars in and out of the weather. We were hoping to get this done a month ago, but our frustration is having to deal with a botched roof and engaging with the city. But in reality, our expectations were not being met. We were finally able to start a project we wanted to do, not one we were forced to do. We need to find our stuff and realize that it was a little difficult. In moving, we packed and boxed up everything we owned, tried to label the boxes in bins, but in the end, we really didn't care and just threw it all in storage. Now we have all of our stuff from storage. You would think that it'd be easy to find things we need, but we can't. Over the years, working and living side by side, we have found a few simple ways to help keep the crew on the same page and keep making progress. And by crew, I mean us. These strategies help us stay focused and stop our minds from going off on tangents. Speaking of brains, Allie's brain does not work like mine, and vice versa. I worked as a biomedical equipment engineer, and I think like most engineers, while Allie has an artisan brain with a wide variety of skills. It's classic right brain versus left brain.
Found it.
Oh, sweet. Now we need to find markers.
Okay.
Let's pull it out and then, here, I got it.
Thanks.
Awesome. So we use a whiteboard because it's kind of like a blueprint for us, and it kind of sets up our expectations. What we found is that this really works for us. I'm not saying it's the best way or the right way, but for our businesses and the things that we've done, it really works out well. And it's really kind of taught us how to eat an elephant. You know, it's much easier to see what's going on when it's, you know, big and in your face. And to be honest, it kind of stops us from killing each other. But the reality is that I'm always right.
What did you say? You're always an ass? Got it.
Guilty. Very cool. Cool, 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 cool.
Found found it.
Awesome. So let's grab this and this and this. I think I got all the pieces. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Anyways, it's like putting a puzzle together by turning all the pieces over and building your border. On our board, we make a plan, we list the problems that we think we'll encounter, items that need to happen, and then when we'd like to have this all done by. It gives us tasks and outlines our responsibility, letting us meet our expectations and thereby allows us to be happy. So our plan, our goal, clean up the garage.
Okay, we're done.
Easy peasy zombie squeezy.
So do you see why you need a whiteboard? Because how on earth could you possibly get anything done or accomplished without the whiteboard?
Now we know!
And knowing is half the battle.
So to clean out the garage, there's a couple of other things that have to happen.
I don't know, maybe learn how to spell garage to start. G-A-R-A-G-E, idiot.
And it's a little more complex than just clean up the garage. We need to be able to move the race car. And it's just not like, hey, move the race car. The first thing we needed to do is renew the insurance on it. We got insurance. Woo! The next thing that we need to do is go get tags for the race car because ours were expired and we just moved back from Idaho and yada, 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 yada. So we printed our insurance card and then we walked over to City Hall, got our temporary tags for the race car, and now we can drive it. All right, here we go, got tags. The next thing we need to do to be able to move the race car is we needed to go buy a battery.
We're going to supercharge video and buttons. Yep. Okay. Yep. So this was in there. And that was in there right now. Okay. So you rate it a little bit smaller. Just like this one. Yep. That's 9. That's same width. Yep. Same width. I think that's the one.
So this one's different?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
over there.
It's quite different.
Is it positive?
It's positive. It's positive.
Oh, I see. It's maybe for round rows. Yeah, okay.
Actually, I can do that way. You have it here. Do the positive back. That would
And
work.
there's room to make things work different that way, right?
Yeah.
There's not Yay, 3. We need to switch gears and clean out the garage. Sweep and move all the trash from the construction work. Move random things around that are just sitting in the way. Then, once all that is done, we could move the race car out from the wall. What is the race car, you ask? Well, it's a 1967 VW Fastback race car that did the Baja 1000 in 75 and in 88, and competed in the WRC Mexico stage in 2002. We will make a video about the race car in the future. Like we said before, we needed to put a battery in it and get the car started. This was all to move the race car and then go get the race car back.
Dirty! No, go!
But first, we ran out of gas. And luckily, we had some fuel from when we drove Oni from Fort Collins. If you didn't see that video, watch that here. And then go get the race car bath.
Deja vu.
Our biggest problem is space. There is never enough space in the shop, regardless if you have 3,000 square feet or 688 square feet. More space is needed, which leads us to asking, how do we use the space more efficiently? That is why we bought our fancy dancy car dollies tie foam car wheel jack set so we can push the race car out of the way, pull the Audi and Oni Cave into the garage.
Here's a little jack. I think we paid $375, something like that. We'll put the link below on Amazon. They're awesome. The people that are giving it bad reviews, I don't understand how, because these things are just pretty sick. Pretty easy to operate. Gonna have to try these two things, hold the camera, slide this bad boy in, boom, flip this little jobber up. Maybe it's much easier with two hands. Right there. And then just kind of ratchet it in, especially it's a little tight. Grab it.
Based on this video and all the projects we want to do, not just on Oni, but to the race car, the garage setup, the house, fabrication, yada yada yada, we have decided to change the channel's name from Oni Cave, which was all about the badass K-van, to the Oni Cave. A cool place where Oni lives with its little buddies. As we get the garage ready to start other cool guy projects, we might not have the perfect place to weld, fabricate, or even work on Oni and other things. But right now, the space is a little cleaner. And we have the start of a vision. And we can move vehicles in and out so we can enjoy them. Watch our next video as we throw our hands up and go on a little trip to see the mountains.